What if I told you that a single scientific breakthrough could change a nation's food supply forever? Well, that's exactly what's happening in India right now, and honestly, it's a story that could have a ripple effect across the entire globe. Here it is in a nutshell. Scientists in India have just developed their very own gene editing tool. Now, this isn't just another cool discovery from a lab. No, this is a massive strategic move to take control of the country's agricultural future. So, let's quickly break down what we're talking about. Gene editing, at its heart, is like having a find and replace function for DNA. You use these things called molecular scissors to go in and make super precise tweaks to a plant's genetic code. The key thing here is you're just improving what's already there, not adding foreign DNA. Now, to really get why this Indian breakthrough is such a game changer, you have to understand the giant roadblock they were up against. You've probably heard of CRISPR, right? It's been the gold standard for gene editing for years. It's powerful, it's revolutionary, it's the main tool for pretty much everyone. The problem for India? They didn't own it. And this slide lays out the problem perfectly. The patents for CRISPR are owned by foreign institutions. So for anyone in India, that meant facing crazy expensive license fees, being dependent on big multinational companies, and all those high costs, they get passed down to farmers. It was basically putting a brake on local innovation. And look, this wasn't just some theoretical problem. This was happening in real time. Two incredibly valuable new rice varieties, one with a much higher yield and another that can handle drought and salty soil, are literally stuck on a shelf. They were made using CRISPR, but because of those patent issues, they can't get out to the farmers who need them right now. But hitting that wall sparked something pretty incredible. Instead of just trying to find a workaround, Indian scientists decided, you know what? We're going to build our own solution from scratch. And here it is. It's called TnpB, developed by the Indian Council of Agricultural Research. This is a totally new gene editing system. Think of it as a brand new type of molecular scissor discovered and engineered right there in India. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Just look at this chart. The single biggest technical advantage of TnpB is its size. It's tiny. The TnpB protein is about a third of the size of the proteins used in CRISPR. That is a dramatic difference. Okay, so why does being smaller matter so much? Well, it's pretty simple. A smaller tool is way easier and cheaper to get inside a plant cell. This could totally speed up the whole process of developing new and improved crops. And this is the milestone that changes everything. India has officially secured the patent for TnpB, and it goes into effect in September 2025. What does that mean? No more paying foreign license fees. No more roadblocks. This tool belongs to India. So, we've got the science, we've got the patent, but what does this all actually mean in the real world? Well, the implications here are just huge. For farmers, it means getting their hands on cheaper crops that can handle climate change and produce more food faster. For India as a country, it's a huge win for self-reliance, a true Make in India moment. For science everywhere, it's a brand new tool in the toolbox. And importantly, for policy, it might just sidestep that whole GMO controversy. And that last point is so critical. Remember, gene editing, what TnpB does, just tweaks genes that are already in the plant. It's not the same as creating a GMO, where you're inserting genes from a totally different species. That distinction makes a world of difference when it comes to regulations and public opinion. This quote really just hits the nail on the head. One of the biggest fears about gene editing has always been, who's in control? By developing TnpB, India can now say with confidence, we are. It's a direct answer to the concern that this technology is only for big multinational corporations. But, of course, an invention, no matter how brilliant, is just the first step. The road from the lab to the farmer's field always has a few hurdles. So, the two big questions now are pretty straightforward. First, will scientists and breeders actually switch over from CRISPR, which they know so well, to this new TnpB system? And second, the real test. How are these new crops going to perform out in a real field under real-world conditions? Answering those questions is going to take time. There's no doubt about it. But the potential here is just undeniable. TnpB isn't just a new tool. It's a declaration of scientific independence. It's something that can empower millions of farmers and truly reshape the future of food. The only question left is, will it deliver on that incredible promise?